retired from second place with 4 laps to go. It was a dramatic end to a gripping race that had tension and jeopardy throughout as Hamilton secured his first victory since the 2024 Belgian Grand Prix when he was still driving for Mercedes. The win turned on a virtual safety car period which allowed Hamilton on a different pit stop strategy to Mercedes to pit and retain the lead. Meanwhile, Antonelli had just passed Russell for second place with 5 laps to go after a race-long battle when his car ground to a halt because of an electrical shutdown. Russell finished second after McLaren's Lando Norris was third in the first all-British podium since the 1968 US Grand Prix. Tennis now, and Emma Raducanu missed the chance to win her first title since her 2021 US Open triumph as she was beaten in the Queen's final by Croatia's Donna Vekic. Raducanu paid the price for a slow start as she lost 6-love 7-6 to Vekic, who was a Wimbledon semi-finalist 2 years ago. The Briton valiantly fought off 3 championship points at 6-5 in the second set and saved a fourth on Vekic's serve in the tiebreak, but could not deny her opponent on the fifth as she sprayed a forehand wide. Vekic was a lucky loser, meaning she was beaten in qualifying and put into the draw when French Open semi-finalist Marta Kostyuk pulled out injured and has taken full advantage of her fortune to lift the trophy. Cricket now, and England's preparations for the second test against New Zealand have suffered another setback as Ollie Robinson was ruled out with soreness in his right knee. The seamer's absence follows captain Ben Stokes and pace bowler Gus Atkinson being made unavailable for Wednesday's contest at the Oval, pending an investigation into their involvement in an incident in a London nightclub. Missing the second test is a huge personal blow for Robinson, who only made his comeback in the first test after a 2-year absence from international cricket. The 32-year-old reiterated his class, taking 7 wickets in the match, including 3 in his first over. But part of the Sussex man's exile from the England team was down to doubts from management over his fitness and ability to hold his pace in repeated spells over a long period. In being forced to sit out the test at the Oval, Robinson must wait for another opportunity to prove he is durable enough for the international arena. And a couple of results from the ICC Women's T20 World Cup. Group 1, Bangladesh women beat Netherlands women by 6 wickets, and India women beat Pakistan women by 64 runs. Rugby League now, and Josh Charnley broke the Super League all-time try-scoring record to help Lee Leopards win 38-12 at Bradford Bulls. The 34-year-old grabbed a hat-trick at Odsal to take him up to 272 tries, one clear of Leeds Rhinos winger Ryan Hall. Charnley, who limped off with 15 minutes to go, now has 16 tries this season, behind only the Rhinos' Maker Sivo. And finally it's darts, and England won the World Cup of Darts for a record-extending 6th time as Luke Littler and Luke Humphries overcame the Netherlands 10-5 in Frankfurt. The top seeds defeated Wales and Scotland earlier on Sunday to set up a tantalising best-of-19 legs final against second seeds Michael van Gerwen and Jan van Veen. Littler and Humphries' shock second-round exit to host Germany last year cast doubt over the partnership, but they averaged more than 104 and hit 15 finishes over 140 plus to overpower the Dutch. That's all for now. We'll have more later. Here are your latest sporting headlines. Let's start with football. And Germany made a confident start to their World Cup campaign with a 7-1 win over tournament debutants Curaçao in Group E. Felix Nemetcha opened the scoring just 6 minutes in, but Germany was stunned when Levano Comenencia levelled with Curaçao's first ever World Cup goal. It was a jubilant moment for a nation with a total population of 160,000 who had become the smallest to ever reach and score at the World Cup. However, a Nico Schlotterbeck header and Havertz's penalty soon restored Germany's advantage before half-time. Just a minute into the second half, Jamal Musiala slotted the ball into the far corner from Joshua Kimmich's threaded pass before Germany struck again in the 68th minute when Florian Wirtz's pass was flicked by Dennis Undav to Nathaniel Brown, who hooked a volley into the bottom corner. A comfortable display saw further goals in the second half from Undav and Havertz as Germany wrapped up 3 points in their first Group E game. Off the field of play, and Real Madrid have agreed a deal worth up to £51.8 million to sign Chelsea defender Marc Cucurella after the World Cup. The 27-year-old is currently with Spain at the tournament in the United States, Canada and Mexico, but a deal worth £47.5 million with a further £4.3 million in add-ons has been struck between all parties for a permanent transfer. And Tottenham right-back Pedro Porro has signed a new long-term contract with the club. The length of the deal has not been disclosed by Spurs, but the contract is understood to run until 2031. Porro had 2 years remaining on the deal he signed when he joined Spurs on a permanent transfer from Sporting in the summer of 2023. Formula One now, and an emotional Lewis Hamilton took his first victory for Ferrari in a compelling Barcelona-Catalunya Grand Prix as championship leader Kimi Antonelli retired from second place with 4 laps to go. It was a dramatic end to a gripping race that had tension and jeopardy throughout as Hamilton secured his first victory since the 2024 Belgian Grand Prix when he was still driving for Mercedes. The win turned on a virtual safety car period which allowed Hamilton on a different pit stop strategy to Mercedes to pit and retain the lead. Meanwhile, Antonelli had just passed Russell for second place with 5 laps to go after a race-long battle when his car ground to a halt because of an electrical shutdown. Russell finished second after McLaren's Lando Norris was third in the first all-British podium since the 1968 US Grand Prix. Tennis now, and Emma Raducanu missed the chance to win her first title since her 2021 US Open triumph as she was beaten in the Queen's final by Croatia's Donna Vekic. Raducanu paid the price for a slow start as she lost 6-love 7-6 to Vekic, who was a Wimbledon semi-finalist 2 years ago. The Briton valiantly fought off 3 championship points at 6-5 in the second set and saved a fourth on Vekic's serve in the tiebreak, but could not deny her opponent on the fifth as she sprayed a forehand wide. Vekic was a lucky loser, meaning she was beaten in qualifying and put into the draw when French Open semi-finalist Marta Kostyuk pulled out injured and has taken full advantage of her fortune to lift the trophy. Cricket now, and England's preparations for the second test against New Zealand have suffered another setback as Ollie Robinson was ruled out with soreness in his right knee. The seamer's absence follows captain Ben Stokes and pace bowler Gus Atkinson being made unavailable for Wednesday's contest at the Oval, pending an investigation into their involvement in an incident in a London nightclub. Missing the second test is a huge personal blow for Robinson, who only made his comeback in the first test after a 2-year absence from international cricket. The 32-year-old reiterated his class, taking 7 wickets in the match, including 3 in his first over. But part of the Sussex man's exile from the England team was down to doubts from management over his fitness and ability to hold his pace in repeated spells over a long period. In being forced to sit out the test at the Oval, Robinson must wait for another opportunity to prove he is durable enough for the international arena. And a couple of results from the ICC Women's T20 World Cup. Group 1, Bangladesh women beat Netherlands women by 6 wickets, and India women beat Pakistan women by 64 runs. Rugby League now, and Josh Charnley broke the Super League all-time try-scoring record to help Lee Leopards win 38-12 at Bradford Bulls. The 34-year-old grabbed a hat-trick at Odsal to take him up to 272 tries, one clear of Leeds Rhinos winger Ryan Hall. Charnley, who limped off with 15 minutes to go, now has 16 tries this season, behind only the Rhinos' Maker Sivo. And finally, it's darts, and England won the World Cup of Darts for a record-extending 6th time as Luke Littler and Luke Humphries overcame the Netherlands 10-5 in Frankfurt. The top seeds defeated Wales and Scotland earlier on Sunday to set up a tantalising best-of-19 legs final against second seeds Michael van Gerwen and Jan van Veen. Littler and Humphries' shock second-round exit to host Germany last year cast doubt over the partnership, but they averaged more than 104 and hit 15 finishes over 140 plus to overpower the Dutch. That's all for now. We'll have more later. Here are your latest sporting headlines. Let's start with football. And Germany made a confident start to their World Cup campaign with a 7-1 win over tournament debutants Curaçao in Group E. Felix Nemetsch opened the scoring just 6 minutes in, but Germany was stunned when Levano Comenencia levelled with Curaçao's first ever World Cup goal. It was a jubilant moment for a nation with a total population of 160,000 who had become the smallest to ever reach and score at the World Cup. However, a Nico Schlotterbeck header and Havertz's penalty soon restored Germany's advantage before half-time. Just a minute into the second half, Jamal Musiala slotted the ball into the far corner from Joshua Kimmich's threaded pass before Germany struck again in the 68th minute when Florian Wirtz's pass was flicked by Dennis Undav to Nathaniel Brown, who hooked a volley into the bottom corner. A comfortable display saw further goals in the second half from Undav and Havertz as Germany wrapped up 3 points in their first Group E game. Off the field of play, and Real Madrid have agreed a deal worth up to £51.8 million to sign Chelsea defender Marc Cucurella after the World Cup. The 27-year-old is currently with Spain at the tournaments in the United States, Canada and Mexico, but a deal worth £47.5 million with a further £4.3 million in add-ons has been struck between all parties for a permanent transfer. And Tottenham right-back Pedro Porro has signed a new long-term contract with the club. The length of the deal has not been disclosed by Spurs, but the contract is understood to run until 2031. Porro had 2 years remaining on the deal he signed when he joined Spurs on a permanent transfer from Sporting in the summer of 2023. Formula One now, and an emotional Lewis Hamilton took his first victory for Ferrari in a compelling Barcelona-Catalunya Grand Prix as championship leader Kimi Antonelli retired from second place with 4 laps to go. It was a dramatic end to a gripping race that had tension and jeopardy throughout as Hamilton secured his first victory since the 2024 Belgian Grand Prix when he was still driving for Mercedes. The win turned on a virtual safety car period which allowed Hamilton on a different pit stop strategy to Mercedes to pit and retain the lead. Meanwhile, Antonelli had just passed Russell for second place with 5 laps to go after a race-long battle when his car ground to a halt because of an electrical shutdown. Russell finished second after McLaren's Lando Norris was third in the first all-British podium since the 1968 US Grand Prix. Tennis now, and Emma Raducanu missed the chance to win her first title since her 2021 US Open triumph as she was beaten in the Queen's final by Croatia's Donna Vekic. Raducanu paid the price for a slow start as she lost 6-love 7-6 to Vekic, who was a Wimbledon semi-finalist 2 years ago. The Briton valiantly fought off 3 championship points at 6-5 in the second set and saved a fourth on Vekic's serve in the tiebreak, but could not deny her opponent on the fifth as she sprayed a forehand wide. Vekic was a lucky loser, meaning she was beaten in qualifying and put into the draw when French Open semi-finalist Marta Kostyuk pulled out injured and has taken full advantage of her fortune to lift the trophy. Cricket now, and England's preparations for the second test against New Zealand have suffered another setback as Ollie Robinson was ruled out with soreness in his right knee. The seamer's absence follows captain Ben Stokes and pace bowler Gus Atkinson being made unavailable for Wednesday's contest at the Oval, pending an investigation into their involvement in an incident in a London nightclub. Missing the second test is a huge personal blow for Robinson, who only made his comeback in the first test after a 2-year absence from international cricket. The 32-year-old reiterated his class, taking 7 wickets in the match, including 3 in his first over. But part of the Sussex man's exile from the England team was down to doubts from management over his fitness and ability to hold his pace in repeated spells over a long period. In being forced to sit out the test at the Oval, Robinson must wait for another opportunity to prove he is durable enough for the international arena. And a couple of results from the ICC Women's T20 World Cup. Group 1, Bangladesh women beat Netherlands women by 6 wickets, and India women beat Pakistan women by 64 runs. Rugby League now, and Josh Charnley broke the Super League all-time try-scoring record to help Lee Leopards win 38-12 at Bradford Bulls. The 34-year-old grabbed a hat-trick at Odsal to take him up to 272 tries, one clear of Leeds Rhinos winger Ryan Hall. Charnley, who limped off with 15 minutes to go, now has 16 tries this season, behind only the Rhinos' Maker Sivo. And finally it's darts, and England won the World Cup of Darts for a record-extending 6th time as Luke Littler and Luke Humphries overcame the Netherlands 10-5 in Frankfurt. The top seeds defeated Wales and Scotland earlier on Sunday to set up a tantalising best-of-19 legs final against second seeds Michael van Gerwen and Jan van Veen. Little and Humphries' shock second-round exit to host Germany last year cast doubt over the partnership, but they averaged more than 104 and hit 15 finishes over 140 plus to overpower the Dutch. That's all for now. We'll have more later. Here are your latest sporting headlines. Let's start with football. And Germany made a confident start to their World Cup campaign with a 7-1 win over tournament debutants Curaçao in Group E. Felix Nemetcha opened the scoring just 6 minutes in, but Germany was stunned when Levano Comenencia levelled with Curaçao's first ever World Cup goal. It was a jubilant moment for a nation with a total population of 160,000 who had become the smallest to ever reach and score at the World Cup. However, a Nico Schlotterbeck header and Havertz's penalty soon restored Germany's advantage before half-time. Just a minute into the second half, Jamal Musiala slotted the ball into the far corner from Joshua Kimmich's threaded pass before Germany struck again in the 68th minute when Florian Wirtz's pass was flicked by Dennis Undav to Nathaniel Brown, who hooked a volley into the bottom corner. A comfortable display saw further goals in the second half from Undav and Havertz as Germany wrapped up 3 points in their first Group E game. Off the field of play, and Real Madrid have agreed a deal worth up to £51.8 million to sign Chelsea defender Marc Cucurella after the World Cup. The 27-year-old is currently with Spain at the tournaments in the United States, Canada and Mexico, but a deal worth £47.5 million with a further £4.3 million in add-ons has been struck between all parties for a permanent transfer. And Tottenham right-back Pedro Porro has signed a new long-term contract with the club. The length of the deal has not been disclosed by Spurs, but the contract is understood to run until 2030.
Javert Schlager and Nicholas Stevold, with Romana Schmidt and Marcel Sabitzer behind Sasa Kaladzic. For Jamal Salami's Jordan, Al-Nashama they're called, the chivalrous ones. They line up with Yasid Abdullaila in goal. They've got a back five. So Mohamed Abu Taha and Ishan Haddad, the two sort of notional wing backs or full backs. The centre backs are Mohamed Abu Al-Nadi, Yazan Al-Arab and Abdallah Nasib. The four in midfielder Musa Al-Tamari, Nizar Al-Rashdan, Noor Al-Rawabde and Ode Fakuri, with the lone striker Ali Olwan. Well, we're closing in on the kick-off for the Group J encounter at the Levi Stadium. Sees Austria take on Jordan. And for the boys, the Burschen, Ralph Rangnick then names strong side. With Alexander Schlager in goal. They're back three: Stefan Posch, Philip Lienert and David Alaba. Well, we could listen to that all night. Well, we're never going to get this game kicked off. We're 3 minutes after the fact now. Anyway, we have got a game about to start. I'm informed. Austria against Jordan. And I'm John Huggan. I'm joined by James Smedley for this. Now, the intelligence I've got, which is suggests that the European side's probably going to be stronger than those of the confederations, a lot, mostly, and so we would expect Austria to beat Jordan, probably.
Yeah, you'd imagine for Austria, who are in good form under former Manchester United manager Ralph Rangnick, to be the dominant side in this one. I mentioned that they've done well in recent friendlies. I think unbeaten in the last 4, whereas Jordan not too well. However, they did have an excellent run in I think it was the Arab Cup, getting to the final of that one and losing to Morocco 3-2, I believe. But they were unbeaten in 6. Previously to their 3-2 loss to Tunisia, which was a bad one, and then since then they've lost the last 2 as well. So not in great form coming into this from the friendlies, but if they can latch onto that form from the Arab Cup previously, perhaps they'll give us a good showing. But Austria, I think we're predicting probably too strong for the Jordan side.
Yeah, that form line with Morocco, if that stands up, would put them in good stead, wouldn't it? Morocco got a good 2-2 draw against Brazil, and in fact with a better team for a large part of that game. For the moment though, it is Austria trying to make ground down the right hand side with Luweni, but he can't beat his man. So Mohamed Abu Al-Nadi takes the quick throw, maybe not quick enough there, but anyway. And then I thought the throwing was going to be taken by Stefan Posch, and then he has left it, and now we've got the countdown. Lienert is going to take a long throw. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He should be handing the ball back now because he's taken too long. Is the referee even bothering? He didn't bother, did he? He takes the long throw, and then the keeper's got to punch away Yazid Abdullaila. And now the counter-attack is on, an opportunity then. Can they take it with El Tamari? He's running down a blind alley. He's done really well there to hold the ball up. There's nothing on for him. And now he's got Ali Olwen on the outside of him. He goes on the inside. Here's an opportunity down the right-hand side. His shot comes in from Ode Fakuri. But that one is well wide. In fact, it was Eshan Haddad, the captain, who eventually pummeled that ball wide. Thought it was the winger, but they're a back five today, which means that Haddad is probably a wing back who's going to get forward, which he did. I'd noted that I think maybe Musa Al-Tamari used to be the captain. At least that's what they'd suggested on Wikipedia, that he was the top dog, if you like. But that was a good little counter-attack, James.
Yeah, it was. Fantastic, well holding the ball. Didn't see the Jordan, the attacker. And despite pressure from David Alaba, he just couldn't quite keep up with the pace of the play. Fell to Haddad, who had a good go. I think it was probably a corner kick as well. Wasn't given the way of Jordan, but a bright start from them, and Austria perhaps a warning sign for them early on.
Well, all that came from the long throw that they shouldn't have really had, because if you were counting down your 5 seconds, then they'd had it and more. When I think Posh had let the ball be thrown in by Leonard, so all that took time. The referee had his back to it anyway, so he wasn't counting the seconds. So he'd clearly forgotten that was one of his jobs. Anyway, I'm sort of glad about the throwing thing. We didn't see any of that in. There was no long throws in the first game. We did. Argentina, a masterclass today from Lionel Messi. But I'm glad that that's going to stop this. It's going to take a minute for a long throw and all that kind of palaver. I hope that carries on into the Premier League for next season, which is boring, to be honest. Anyway, let's keep the ball in play and get more actual football being played. And here now was Posh on the ball. Just rolls it back on his inside to Schlager. Little run around up top then from Schmidt. Ball back into midfield for Seewald. So keeping hold of the ball at the moment. Austria not really going anywhere. And the ball now with Mweni. Percentage ball into the box from him. And then Schmidt is there. And Mweni again down the left hand side. Tries to get it. Seewald with the good challenge. The ball's going to break forward now. Kaladzic. Can't miss him, can you? All 6'7" of him. As the ball breaks again for Alaba. And into midfield, Seewald, who has got Schlager alongside him, his RB Leipzig teammate. Most of these Austrian players seem to play in the Bundesliga. As Kaladzic try to roll it round the corner, but he can't make that stick. And now Olwen makes a little bit of ground, but he's hauled back by Stefan Posch, but in a entirely legal way, according to our referee Dehan Bede from Mauritania, reliably informed from FOTMOB. Anyway, it is 0-0. Already you've seen signs that Austria are going to dominate possession territory, but Jordan look like they've got a decent counter-attack.
Yeah, encouraging signs we've seen from Austria so far. They're just nipping that ball around with a bit of zip, a bit of oomph in that midfield. They are playing sort of a triangle of a 3 midfield line with the first advance with Seewald and Schlager either side of him, and it's making just a little bit more difficult for Jordan to try and win that ball back. However, when they do, Jordan have the pace up top. Already seen Tamari just making some runs off the shoulder with Fikori as well on the right hand side and Olwen on the left, and those 3 really are the spearhead of the attack for Jordan. They'll be looking to put on the counter. It's just whether or not Australia will give the ball up easily.
Yeah, they look like they're going to put effort in on the counter, but they're dropping back below the halfway line, which we saw was a recipe for disaster in our earlier game. But they do look like they're just waiting for the trigger for either of Musa Al-Tamari or Ali Olwen to go and press, and then they're all pressing behind it. At least I think that's the idea for the moment then. And clearly Austria try to get on the front foot, and then if they do lose the ball, then they're pressing hard to win it back almost immediately, or press Jordan into using the ball poorly. The ball then with Mweni. Can he keep it in? Yes, he just about does. And did he win a corner kick? It looked like he did. That's terrific stuff from the Mainz full-back. But he didn't. I thought he'd done all right there, but they were judged. They didn't keep the ball in, or he stabbed it away, and he was unlucky, wasn't he?
I thought they were meant to be reviewing these incorrect corner decisions, but apparently not. Anyway, Austria back on the front foot.
Yeah, they take a quick throw in. The cutback is not the best, but they might get a second stab at this one. One back. Oh, then a pretty strong challenge from Konrad Leimer, and referee is saying it was just a bit much there, and I agree with him. And then he's having a word. He pats him on the shoulders. Says, "Come on, mate. No need for that." Anyway, inside the box, Konrad Leimer did okay, didn't he? And then I thought he was just a bit strong in the challenge.
I think it's for the handball. It just hits him on the elbow on the way up. It's minute, but I guess if you're going to be a stickler, rules are rules.
Anyway, it'd be interesting to see what our referee does today. Do you think he's got any cards on? In our last game, there was not a yellow card. There were many yellow card decisions he should have made, but he didn't make one, did he? And you just don't know. Here come Austria, good little play around the corner there, but in the end, Romano Schmidt didn't make progress. A good strong challenge, middle of the park. The ball picked up by Ali Olawan. Plays his football for Al Salia in Qatar. A couple of the Jordan boys play in Qatar. Yes, it's a mixture of places they play at different outposts. Plenty of them do play in Jordan, but you've got Mohamed Abul Al Nadi, who plays in Romania, and Yazan Al Arab, who plays for FC Seoul. So some different outposts, unusual ones. Noor Al Rawabde plays in Malaysia for Selangor. Anyway, enough about that. I've used up all my stuff now. And here come Jordan, and there's a really tame shot from the edge of the area, but it was a shot from El Tamaris, something, an effort on target, if you like. Never going to trouble our goalkeeper, Alexander Schlager, but it was something.
It was indeed. Not too much for Schlager to worry about, but he did get behind the ball and make a comfortable save. The first shot on target of the game. Here come Austria, though. Long ball at the top is overhit. That'll run past Sabitzer and out of play for a goal. Kick Sabitzer, though. He's the lively one, really, isn't he, for Austria? A bit of a journeyman in the Bundesliga. He's sort of played for the big three, if you like, in Red Bull Leipzig, Bayern Munich, and now Borussia Dortmund, with that spell on at Manchester United in the middle of that. And he will be, you'd imagine, the figurehead in the attack for Austria.
Yeah, they've got the big guy, haven't they, Kalajdzic, who is a bit of a non-scoring striker, isn't he? 4 goals in 21 games. They're going to hang a lot around him, so they can be very direct. And I hope somebody like Sabitzer gets the knockdown. Same for Romano Schmidt, really. It looks like that's how they're going to play, with obviously the wing backs like Mwenni, who's on the ball now, trying to supply the ammunition. He fires the ball in, looking for the feet of Kalajdzic. Can't find him. The ball breaks back to Alaba into midfield for Sivald. And now one more to Posh over the halfway line. And yeah, Austria beginning to dominate territory and possession, posting decent stats now. Sabitzer makes a breakout right hand side. Mwenni again, the ball into the box, little flick on there. Posh then wins another header inside the box. Jordan able just to clear their lines. And then a strike from deep from Alaba, that was going well wide. Look, he got blocked, really, to spare his blushes. 11 minutes in, and I think the tone is set. Usually it gives you a good chance to work out who's doing what to who. There's Sabitzer now, ball into the box, headed away, it's not being cleared. And all breaks loose there, ball pinging about in the box. I just think, James, 10 minutes give you a good idea to work out your bets, really. if you've not made it up before that, but I'd be thinking pile on Austria because they look like they're going to win this game, the way it's looking now.
Yeah, they absolutely do. Again, coming forward, would have had a corner there, but the offside flags up, and they're just nipping that ball around the corners. Jordan are sort of pressing high, and you kind of respect the bravery, but at the minute Austria have that quality in the midfield. I mentioned that midfield triangle they've got, and it just means they're working it around the Jordanian press. And at the moment, with the wide players sort of coming into play, I think Sabitza's lurking a little bit more now in the last couple of minutes. I don't think a goal's too far away. I don't think that's a crazy thing to say at all. Austria want to get the goal early, you'd imagine, then try and kill the game off, because Jordan do look dangerous on the counter.
Yeah, and here they are counter-attacking again with Ali Olawan. He finds a good ball, but all too easily they've dealt with the danger there. Abu Taha's ball wasn't particularly good. Referee spotted a foul in the middle of the park. Jordan just stopping in the tracks there, Kalazic, and he just cut inside his man. There was no great attempt to stop him really from Abdallah Nasib. Anyway, it is 0-0 in the San Francisco Bay Arena. But really, it's the Levi Stadium, isn't it? Or the Field of Jeans, as they call it. Anyway, it holds about 68,500 people. Yeah, and I think there were probably more to watch some of the pop concerts they've had at the venue and all that. But anyway, the players stopped momentarily. The foul on Javert Schlager, or was it him fouling his man? In fact, yeah, it was the other way around. And the imaginary card goes up there. Well, that's a bit rich, isn't it? Fakuri plays his football in Egypt for the Pyramids, showing the imaginary card, which sometimes in itself gets the card, doesn't it, now? But anyway, yeah, Taylor Swift had about 120,000 people watching her at this venue. I don't know why I've thrown that in, but so
were you there?
So I had something to talk about. No, neither that or the Ed Sheeran concert, where there was I think 90,000, which was a record at the time. James is loving it. It's keeping him awake. You see, it's hard, the stats like that are I prod you every 5 minutes. Anyway, cross comes in, they're looking for Kalazic. The ball comes off him at a funny eye. I thought he was going to score. How did he not score there? The ball, it's like a 50-pence piece, his knee there. It's come off at a funny angle. Instead of going in the back of the net, it was like a defender. I thought that was going to be goal number 1. But anyway, Austria back on the ball, left-hand side at the edge of the area. Absolutely dominating. The good news, James, is nobody's listening. I've seen one other person up when she was cleaning the building across, the TransUnion building across from us, so there is somebody awake. But she's cleaning an office on the other side of town. So you're listening to Independent Off-Tube Studio Commentary, and it is now a little breakout from Jordan down the right-hand side. And I think Eliawan has done a good job with these little breakouts. I think he realises when he's going down a blind alley, and he turns out and starts to keep the ball, which I think is fair enough, rather than just panic and lose it, which is just what they've done at the back there. Abul Al-Nadi's ball was poor. Abu Taha then is caught in possession, and the counter-attack is on now. Schlager caught in the middle of midfield. They needed to get that ball moving more quickly, didn't they? They lost their chance there, really, but they still retain possession, do Austria. Ball into the box, Kalajic is headed, looking for Posh, couldn't find him, but the defence had to head that one straight there. Abu Al-Nadi, that will be a corner.
Yeah, was the offside flag gone up again? I wouldn't be surprised, because we've seen that 3 times now. No, it shouldn't be. Yeah, I know it will do against Posh. I mean, he's not challenged for the ball there. That seems a bit silly.
He wasn't moving for the ball either, was he?
Anyway, yeah, Austria, I think, just a little bit quicker. Oh no, the corner has been given. Could be controversial if they score from it. It's a bit to take it.
You want me to talk about pop concerts a little bit more? Anyway, they take it short. and then the ball is fizzed across. That's a good header away by Abu Al-Nadi, and then they play themselves into trouble. Referee spotted something, or the flag had gone up, or something. Pull of this shirt, according to James, but now I see it. I can't unsee it, can I? El Tamari having the shirt pulled off his back there. But now again, a little break counter attack is on. Shot comes in. It's tipped over there. Deflected effort. The first effort at all from Ode Fakuri, and that nearly went in the back of the net off a deflection.
Yeah, it's Fakuri, isn't it? That's the danger man. You mentioned playing for Pyramids FC in Egypt, and he has that effort. As you say, tipped over Bashlan. He must be alert. The shot coming in there from seemingly nothing. Really, they must have counted pretty quickly, because the camera just cut to them on the break, and Fakuri having the strike on goal. But the first corner kick for Jordan, second of the game, having had the first one just moments ago.
Yeah, now we said get on board Austria. Clearly, Jordan are going to play up, but they've already done more than Algeria did in the first half of their game. They were terrible earlier. Anyway, a long ball floated into the box. Can Jordan get anybody on it? That's decent enough defending there by Konrad Lehmer. And now Sabitzer picks the ball up. He's going long. It's a great crossfield ball, that. Pretty terrible attempt from Romano Schmidt at controlling it, sticking his chest out. Not enough. Maybe he should have tried to control it with his feet.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic ball that from Sabitzer. Just dug it out, saw the run, and to be fair, Schmidt did well. He held his run. He saw that Sabitzer had no options ahead of him, held his run, then made it again. Was found, but I think maybe a little bit ambitious to try and take it down with the chest. In the end, it runs away from him. This game, started so promisingly. It's becoming more end-to-end, but not really in a more entertaining way. Austria just sort of relinquishing the control they had early on. Jordan having some half chances, both sides of the corner. That's all ready to report.
Yeah, I think Austria playing a sort of a 3-4-3-ish, or a little tweak on that variation as they go around the back there. Kalasic lays the ball back, a chance for a strike at the edge of the area. It's going to break back though. Here they go again into the box. They go a cut back and a stab over from Kalasic. I say he's an on-scoring striker. He's causing problem. The flag had gone up anyway. He's causing problem, but he's not a ruthless finisher, is he, by any manner of means?
He's really not. I mean, that's a pretty shocking attempt. That you have to say, he's just completely spooned that over the crossbar by about 10 yards. In the previous game, he scored one early on and it disallowed, and maybe that did his confidence some wonders to go on and score a hat trick. Maybe Kalasic can do the same. Do
you know, I'm not sure that Lionel Messi was short of confidence going into the game, but anyway, he grabbed 3 goals, didn't he, on his 200th appearance. Like we said, Ronaldo be fretting, what are you thinking, I've got to score 4. I wouldn't put it past him either, but anyway, if he could top that performance. I'd always been more in the Messi camp, although I have huge respect for Ronaldo and all that. Why wouldn't you? But Messi just a different level, really. Anyway, here come Austria again, and again they're on the front foot, just the edge of the box now. They've got all sorts of runners. Alaba running down. The shot comes in. Oh, it's a beautiful strike. It's ended up with the back of the net from Romano Schmidt, just the edge of the area. The Werder Bremen man, a right-footed curling effort, 1-0.
What a hit that is. Rifled it into that top right corner. The goalkeeper, Hamdalila, doesn't even move, and it finds the top corner. And those Jordan fans who moments ago were in party mode have had that party quietly dampened there. Fantastic solo effort. I think that goal's been coming from Austria. Maybe it just took someone to have a pop from the edge of the area.
Well, we said get on, didn't we? Pat ourselves on the back. But without creating an awful lot of opportunities, they'd had enough of the play. It's a lovely strike, though. What does surprise me is the lack of movement from the keeper. We thought Zidane was poor, but there's just no attempt there. So Abelaila's it's like, does he think it's going over? Yeah, you can try and save it, you know. He just didn't move, did he? It's like, oh, yeah, it's in the back of the net, that. Me and you could have done that. But anyway, it was a good strike. Credit where it's due. And if you're going to let the opposition, play in the final third as often as they've done, then you're going to find yourself in trouble. That's a good run by Abu Taha, trying to get them back going. Let's just see what Jordan have made. Can they sort of get out third gear here? Get themselves rolling. They've won a corner kick. How many men?
5 men up for the corner. Austria have about 8 back.
Yeah, it's a numbers game, isn't it? But you've got to do a little bit better.
5 players in the box.
5 in the box. Yeah, they worried themselves there. But here's an opportunity, and the header comes in. It comes off the post. Rouabde, they got the keeper beaten there. Schlager just watching that one, and well, how many men do you need? Not that many, then, clearly.
I mean, that's just that's one of the weirder things you'll see in this tournament. Austria had every player inside their own box there, and they lost their head to the man that stood at the front post.
I think the thing is, if you think, we've got all the numbers, then you can't be bothered.
But you switch off, don't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've got this covered, lads. And then the ball comes pinging back off the woodwork. Well, we're not far away off the hydration break. At that point, I'll happily hand over the comms to James. But anyway, looks like they're all making the move. Austria 1, Jordan 0. Austria have been the better team. They've dominated. They, without troubling the keeper that many times, eventually, it told its tale that you don't invite good players in and around the edge of your box, without offering a chance or two. And that one flew in, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Schmidt's had a fairly poor start to the game, aside from that goal, and maybe that's the catalyst that Austria need just to kick on now and kill the game off before half-time, because Jordan, they've just hit the crossbar from a corner kick. The ball flicked onto the front post. They've had a couple of half chances as well. Tarami and Fakuri have been the danger men for them. If you're Austria now, maybe you leave an extra man back. You've got that 1-goal cushion. Of course, you go on and try and kill the game off, as I say, but you also don't want this game to turn into a bit of a shootout. You want to make sure you're still regaining control with the Jordan threat coming all the while. You see a replay of the shot that it was Fakuri had early on. It was the free kick. I mentioned it went pretty quickly. They went direct with it, straight to Fakuri. It was actually deflected, the shot from David Alaba, and then tipped over by Schlager. Really good goalkeeping there, just to ensure his side at that point wouldn't have gone 1 goal down. Instead, now they're 1 goal up. It's a red wall really behind the Austrian goalkeeper's goal, full of his own supporters. Now we see a replay of the goal. It just flew past Yazid Abdullah. Fantastic finish, just really
he didn't really move, did he, keeper? And he's quite close to it as well. It's I don't know if it come through a sea of people and he couldn't see it. And then we see that header that's come off the crossbar, and that's just dead unlucky, isn't it? Because Al Rouabde, he won his battle to be unmarked, near post and all that, and it was a good header. Just unlucky, really. But and so we can't make Austria world beaters, but they've been good enough to take a lead, and Jordan needs somehow to get in the front foot. They, like I said, they're a back 5 today. I don't think they need to be a back 5, do they? If you're playing against a 3, surely you only need to be 4. I don't know. They're 5-4-1, which is like, let's keep it tight. But I think that's a bit of a misread.
Yeah, I agree. I think whenever you set up in a way designed to defend primarily, but also counter-attack, you never really succeed unless you really are going to sit behind the ball the entire game. Jordan have kind of got half and half. They're sitting in a back 5, but it's not really as compact as perhaps they'd like. They've already conceded, so evidently it's not. But they're trying to regain or retain rather the threat on the counter, which is fair enough. But that midfield, I think, needs to work a bit harder. The two in the middle have been pretty absent for them. That's Al Rashdan and Al Rabida. Both of them, I think, need to work a little bit more just to try and get a bit more control in their side. But we are back underway. Schmid there battling, losing out for a throw-in. Taking more than 5 seconds there to roll the ball away. It's going to be Abdul Al-Nadi to take, cushion down. Immediately though, it's Seiwald, who's been really tenacious actually since the start of this game. Austria again to take, it'll be Posh with the throw. Again, this is ridiculous now, they've passed it to 3 different people. They're going to wind up. That throw has taken 30 seconds now to be taken. It comes in anyway. Towards Kalajic, it's cleared away by Jordan, all the way back to the goalkeeper. I mean, that throw took ages.
Again, the referee keeps turning his back on it, doesn't he? And we saw the throw before that. He was like counting down, and then for some reason, as soon as they start running into the box, he turns his back and he thinks, I've got another job to do, and then he forgets to count. And they took a long time to get a long throw, because they have got a long throw in Lienhardt, the Freiburg man. So they're trying to get that going, but it's not up to the referee to help them get their game plan swinging into action, is it? So I think they need to get a message out to the referee to clamp down on that.
Forward now come Austria. Down the left-hand side is Mwene. Just turns back on himself, leaves it for Alaba. Now all the way back to the feet of Lienhardt. Good turn there in the midfield by Seiwald. Gets away from his man, then digs one out into the feet of Kalajic. Now back to Seiwald. Into Schlager. Great dummy in the midfield there from Sabitzer. That's released Mwene down the left-hand side. Can he find the ball? He can. It's dug out again. A little bit too cute from Austria there. No one pulls the trigger. Alaba sweeps up the way at the back, and the attack's still not gone for Austria. Mwene back on the ball. Alaba, loose pass there. Can find him. Good sliding challenge there. Then pops it out the turf. Bit of flair now being shown by Austria. Here they come. Poor ball looking for Kalajic at the top. It's cleared away by Jordan. Looks like it's going to be a throw-in to Austria.
Well, I think Al-Arab may well have fouled the big guy there, Kalajic. I thought he was holding him back. The referee didn't give it though. Big striker was imploring for it. I wasn't certain.
And they've certainly got options on the bench. You've got Vimmer, Gregoricic and of course Marko Arnautovic.
Marko Arnautovic is just an absolute class act. I know that when you've got 6'7" and you've got a real target, but Arnautovic was a revelation when he was playing striker in the Premier League for a while. He was awesome, I thought. It seemed to me like a lot of his early career was wasting his time playing on the wing when he was such a good striker, but of course he's a bit long in the tooth now.
Great ball in, header comes in, again. Target man, Kalajic, he just can't quite get anything towards goal really at the moment. That's an attempted header on target and he's flicked it behind himself.
He's been their best defender so far.
He has.
He's cleared a couple.
He absolutely has. He's not really got into the game. Now is Schmidt, who has got into the game, feeds it through, not a great ball. Goal kick. Austria, they have the pieces for the jigsaw, they're just not quite putting it together yet.
Well, weirdly enough there, Conrad Leimer was just caught ball watching when he should have been running on the overlap, which you'd expect better from a Bayern Munich player, wouldn't you? But anyway, we're looking at Schmidt's goal again. He fair whacked it, didn't he? 65 kilometres an hour, about 50 mile an hour. Anyway, keeper made it look like it was unstoppable. Didn't move, but maybe he was unsighted. It was a good enough hit for a goal, put it like that.
Forward now again, come Austria. That's a bit of a waste in the middle of the park there from Leimer. Loses out now. Forward come Jordan. Into the feet of Taha. Forward now with Al-Rabda. Backs it back inside to Taha. Jordan just having the longest ball position they've really had in this game so far. Around the back now with Abdul Nadi. Over it goes towards All-One. Trying to turn his man and does, to be fair. He's got the option down the line. He's going to hold on to it now. Ball inside, it's a wasteful pass, and they have just about kept it though. Sabitzer out of position, switched over. Now ball inside, decent looking one as well. Header goes up, it's Posh under the ball there, then cleared away by Schmid. That rebound will fall back to Schmid to be in a foot race now with Taha. Back it goes again to Abdul Nadi. Since the feet now of Al-Rabda. Forward comes Jordan. Is that a free kick? No. That'll be a chance for Jordan to counter them. With Sabitzer over towards Schmid. They're making the runs through the middle now. Austria. Forward they come. It's Lima charging forward. Good defending from Jordan. I thought he'd been pulled down. Surely, referee. He's had an arm across there. But the Mauritania official, Dahane Baida, is not convinced, and Jordan will come forward instead. Snapping at the heels there is Seiwald. Tackle comes in. Really good from Seiwald to keep it in play. It's all getting a bit disorganised at the minute, isn't it?
Well, I'm wondering there about whether if that was a penalty or not. I'm thinking it was very rugged centre-back play. Is that enough? Or here they've got round the back again.
Oh, it's Posh done really well. Just a heavy touch there. It's a centre half. So
he knows as well, doesn't
attempt, yeah, indeed. Out for a goal kick there. Good defending, but he should have scored.
He got round the back and then just that one errant touch, and all of a sudden the ball gets away from him. We still haven't seen the other drag back, have we? Where we felt that maybe Lima was being pulled back. The referee's just having a word, but he had hold of the shirt as well. So it was 6 and 2 threes, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, definitely that.
Yeah, I think if anything, the free kick could have gone the other way. Al-Arab having the shirt pulled off his back. It sort of looked a tussle, didn't it? And of course, Ralph Rangnick wanted them to, take another look at it and give us a penalty, please. But no, it was a good call by the referee, in fairness.
I think even if he had seen it back, he surely would have agreed that one. There really was nothing doing in terms of a penalty kick for Austria, who are just perhaps having to tidy things up a little bit in midfield and defence. Jordan are having a bit too easy of a time getting onto these scrappy loose balls and trying to force the issue. Of course, that does leave them more exposed at the back, but it's, as I say, a bit of a shootout at the moment in terms of you attack, then I will.
I tell you what, though, that goal is sort of brought Jordan out their shell, hasn't it? So they're now a back three with wing backs, and they're very obviously that now. So they've decided to turn tail on being defensive. It's like, well, we're a goal down, what's the point? So they clearly had a plan B in their heads anyway. I think the thing is with the wing backs on here, they've got a chance, ball into the middle, and the shot comes in, it's pushed away, rebound comes back out, that's blocked. Wow, a couple of chances in quick succession there. But what I was going to say then is that Austria have this back three, but they're allowing Jordan out wide, free ball, and they're taking advantage of it right now.
Yeah, they are indeed. Just players going down everywhere. Ball eventually cleared by Austria. That was a bit of a storm to weather. Now there'll be a couple of questions. Was there a handball for the blocked shot? The referee's blowing his whistle, I think, to signal the throw needs to be taken further back. Just see a replay of it. It's a fantastic knockdown. It's a great switch ball. The shot comes in. No, it's not a handball. I don't believe. Anyway, it's all happened very quickly.
It was a decent shot from
it's the back.
Decent shot from All-One. That it was an effort on target, and then when the ball broke back out, it's a shot from Al Tamari. But it's good play that. They're showing us who they are now, Jordan. They've had to go goal behind to do that. But fair play to Jamal Salami. He's got them set up in a way. I think they've tried to keep it tight. The genie's out of that bottle, and now they're just saying, right, well, let's try and get back in it. So I think they'd made allowance for maybe going a goal down, and saying, right, well, we'll change it up if need be, and they certainly have done that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they need someone with pace up top, to Austria in the second half, because Kaladzic just isn't that. I can see why Rangnick will have opted for him. Perhaps he was thinking Jordan sit back, then you got a target man as a different option, a different way to attack with the ball into the box. But because Jordan are so open and now playing so high, you need someone with a bit of pace, and then it'll be fruitful in the final third for them when they themselves go on the counter attack. At the moment they've got no outball because Kaladzic just can't make it stick. He's often having to chase after it. That's a loose ball there from the left to right over towards the captain Haddad. Bounces off his knee.
He blames his teammate for the fact that he couldn't control the ball. I think that's a bit rich.
Yeah, it was a simple one to take down there, but just gives a bit of relief to Austria, who I think since going 1-0 have actually been the worst team of the two. Jordan have come to life, as you said, and they've started to really open up and play a bit of football. And that can go either way. The referee now counts down after the ball's already been in hand for a few seconds, so again, not sure. That ball's Klajic, again, he can't win it. In fact, the offside flag up. I mean, it's just silly, that really, isn't it? You know, you're a target man, you can't get anywhere near the first contact, and you're offside anyway. I'm not even sure what that's been given us, because it was a throw, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of the big man. He just as we said, there's a nice layoff from him, and then it all peters out to Konrad Lehmer. I think because he plays for Bayern Munich and all that, it's like saying, oh well, he's clearly our best player then, and then they're asking him to do a load of things that he doesn't normally have to do. So he's playing in about 3 different positions up top now, Konrad Lehmer, and we know that he normally doesn't, you know. I think they're asking a lot of him.
Second time though that he just flipped that ball out of play. It's just, I don't know whether it's arrogance or just trying to play with a bit of flair, but I just think keep it simple. You know, you've got a lad up top who's 6'7" or whatever. Get the ball out wide and whip a few balls into him. I mean, yes, he hasn't looked great so far, but he's not going to look great if his service is, a back heel around the corner that he's got to chase after. That's not a great pass out from the goalkeeper. And Austria pressing high, blocked out of play there by Schmid for a goal kick as they get on. I mean, when Jordan up and out from the ball, they don't look great. A lot of the passes falling short and just getting away with 1 or 2. And, I think they're going to try it again, are they? Just play out from the back here. Jordan, I think they are. It's Al-Arab to take the goal kick, goes short to his goalkeeper, who then just goes long himself. I never understand why teams do that these days, but Alaba makes the first contact, Sabitzer knocks it down. Now it's with Schlager. As mentioned, got the assist for the Schmid goal. Now with Mway into Schlager. Rolls it across to Leinhardt. Jordan really going after this ball now on the press. Long ball up top. Again, Klasic doesn't win it. Gets the first contact second contact, then loses out anyway. I don't see the point. If you've got a big guy up top and he can't make the ball stick, then I think half-time substitutions are calling.
Well, he's up against Al-Arab. He's 5 inches better off than him, but he still can't win the ball.
You wouldn't know it.
No, he's been decidedly poor, hasn't he? Really. Like we said, he's not exactly prolific. Scored 4 goals in Austrian colours, but they've got a few other guys who maybe could do a better job. But anyway, we'll see. That's for Ralf Rangnick to work out at half time. And now Jordan coming again, and they give the ball away.
I mean, the space in the midfield is really evident for Austria. They just need a bit more decisive passing, and again, it's gone up to the big guy up top. He's slowed it down. He's won a free kick, but Kalasic there has taken maybe 10 seconds to do a turn and then go to ground.
I think it was the beeping noise gave it away there. But and then eventually he ran into Nizar Al-Rashdan, who unfortunately for him was adjudged to have fouled him. The Mexican wave goes around the ground. I think maybe the board, but I seem to remember that the last game at the stadium that it happened. I don't know why that is. Some grounds. Everybody's trying to make their own entertainment, I suppose. Free country.
Just about. Free kick now for David Alaba to take. He's going to launch a flat ball over the top. Header comes in. It's knocked down. No one's there. And the offside flag's up again. That must be the 50th time the offside flag's gone up against Austria. It's getting a bit dull now.
Well, I don't know who sorted out the Jordanian defence. Is it Unai Emery? But they're playing a good offside trap because they've now trapped him numerous times, haven't they? But you've got to be aware of that. That free kick though, there was no width on it.
They never were. They're the flat balls.
No, they don't. Hardly ever. And maybe David Alaba would expect to sort of understand the mechanics of that a little bit better, but he just piled it forward and they were immediately offside.
Yeah, another free kick. This game's getting ready to stop-start. I'm excited for half-time, if I'm being honest. Austria 1, Jordan 0 in this independent Austria studio-based commentary. Jordan sending everyone forward for the free kick. Well, they won the free header off the corner with only 5 minutes in the box. God knows what they'll do with about 7 or 8. It looks like it's going to be the captain. Haddad stood over it. Alongside him is Tarami. There's a third during the party as well with Fikori. The technicians over this one. 2 dummies. Then launched in by Haddad to the back stick. Header comes in that we launched out of, not back out of play for a corner. To Jordan. And they're looking to try and get back on level terms before half time. Not a bad set piece, and I have to say Jordan look a little bit more pronged in the attack. At least when they've come forward, they seem to have more jeopardy carried with them.
I think they're playing quite an expansive game when they go forward. It's interesting, there's plenty of movement. No shortage of that. They're working quite hard at times. But can they get a little bit of luck? They've got a corner kick now. They've tended to take this short.
They do it again as well. Roll it on the ground. Comes back out. That's a chance for a cross to come in, but Austria really not allowing any room for Jordan. Ball comes in. It's a decent one. Ball rolled. That's not a penalty in a million years, and the referee seems to agree. Ball then cleared downfield by Alaba. Chased by Fikori back to his goalkeeper in Abdullahi.
Some good skill by Abu Taha there. He looks like he's a battler, and then he just did a little drop of the shoulder, got round his man. You know, it was a good effort from him. The referee spotted something here. Free kick for Jordan, and he puts his shaving foam down. Was it really a foul? Well, Posh, an elbow right to the back of his man. Yeah, he shouldn't be able to get away with that. And then the imaginary card goes up in the air from the Jordanian coach.
Silly that really, because he's got about 7 inches on him in the first place. He would have won that header comfortably. Of course, that opportunity, didn't he, Posh down the right hand side to score, wasted.
Why did put chain foam on the ball? Are somebody going to shave it at half time? What's going on? I don't want to head that now.
Free kick's going to come in anyway. Shot on goal. It's blocked there by Posh.
Well, that wasn't a close shave, was it? That was a rubbish free kick. Anyway, sorry, James. But
not the best a man can get.
I think we should leave it there now, don't you?
Ball flicked over. It's hit the Jordan thinks it's hit the arm of Schlager. The referee again disagrees. We've seen another very conservative refereeing performance, aren't we? Not afraid to blow his whistle, but no cards as of yet. Well, I think there maybe could have been 1 or 2.
Yeah, we're not begging for yellow cards, but it just seems that they're desperate not to give any at all. Maybe there's a directive gone out, let's keep players on the field or something, but do you know what, once the players get whisked of that kind of stuff, then all of a sudden hell breaks loose. Did the Uruguay game where somebody jumped to the ground and got somebody booked, then the next thing everybody was jumping to the ground trying to get players booked. You know, players will absolutely, if they get wind of something, they will run with it. So I think if it is a directive to the referees, then they've got to be really careful with it.
And I can remember playing a Sunday League game where the referee actually had forgot his cards at home, and that turned into a bit of a brawl come full time, as Austria have to clear their lines. Jordan were coming forward, but are now not. Is this going to be a chance for Lima? No, again, pretty wasteful. Just can't make it stick up top Austria. Lima and Kalazic, I think, have been really poor. It's a bit sad moments, but overall, it's just been one-man traffic the way of Jordan. They're coming into the box now. Shot on goal is wide of the mark. 4 minutes added on at the end of this first half. We've played about 23 seconds of that.
Altamari then wriggling through there and scraping his shot away, but it's a good effort. These boys have got some talent, haven't they? I bet they're a whiz at 5-a-side, some of these guys. Don't you? I bet they'd be a great team, but you know, it's just not translating. But he beat a couple there to get his shot away. I think keeper probably had it covered, but it's good play. I think Ali Olwan and Musa Altamari both look like good players. Fakuri's had a chance. They've had their efforts in this half, haven't they? And referee stops play. It's a foul. Where's the card? Where's the card?
That is ridiculous. I can't believe he's not been booked for that.
Well, Seavold there. Let's take a look. He gets there first. Coming together with the knees. No, I'm with the referee there. Free kick.
I thought it was a bit higher than it was on the replay. Never mind. Keep your card in your pocket then, if he's got any. Free kick though for Austria. Must be better than the last one. They've only got.
Now in that game where the referee didn't bring his cards with him, did he tell everybody he'd not brought his cards?
Well, we kind of figured it out after about an hour because we were getting chopped down, and eventually he sort of just said, "Look, let's just calm it down a little bit." And then after about 80 minutes gone, there were numerous fist fights. I mean, of course, you'd expect FIFA licensed referees to have them with them. However, me and John have seen no evidence of either referee in the Argentina game nor this one actually having the cards with them. But a lot of shaving foam. As now forward comes Schmidt, looking to end this half on a high. Already scored one. He'll wiggle a bit of space for himself. Ball across, not great, and it's nodded away for Jordan. Then a long ball up top. Could this break kindly? Schlager out quickly. Good composed goalkeeping. Just knocks it down to the left-hand side for Mwene.
Do you think that he said to them before kick-off, "Look, lads, I haven't got any cards, but the good news is I've got loads of shaving foam.
Yeah.
So don't you worry about that." Anyway, I think the game's been played in a decent spirit. Oh, that was really poor, wasn't it? In midfield there from Al Rawabdi, who hasn't had a great game, despite the fact that he's hit the crossbar with a header. But I think it was him. But anyway, Jordan able to clear their lines. We nearly finished this first half. I think Austria had been the better team, but one more last chance then for Jordan.
Yeah, big chance now for Jordan coming into the box. He's gone down there. So again, Tamari making things happen. Jordan though coming away with it. I mean, Austria come away with it. And now a chance maybe to seal it before half time. But again, they slow it down. It's Kaladžić brings it to a stop. You're on a counter-attack with two men. And he's brought it to a stop. And again, he's just stood with the ball in the middle of the park. I'd bring him off at half time. Absolutely. But maybe Ralph Ragnick sees things that I don't. Ball now with Posh. And I imagine that would be that for the first half. About half a minute left to play. The additional 4 added on. John's just making his half-time notes. Have you got much aside from the goal?
Oh yeah, loads.
Yeah, of course he does. Ball now with Schlager in goal for
How
Austria.
have you spelled shaving foam?
Back now with Leinhardt to Schlager. Over towards the feet of Mwene. Off the ball at the top. Again, Lyman can't get near it. Shabica brings it down though. Maybe a chance to the death. It's Kaladžić. He's not going to have a go, is he? Oh, he is. He shouldn't. It's well wide.
I'm just writing down the best a man can get. And then I think they've all seen enough though. And the referee's blown his whistle. So there we are. We are at half time. And at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0. We'll be back shortly. It's half time at the Levi Stadium at Santa Clara. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0. Well, they dominated the game, and on 21 minutes they got the result that they required off that domination. But it was, I think, their only shot on target. Romano Schmidt, a right foot curler for Jordan. They then got into the game. They hit the crossbar with a header from Nur Al Rawabdi. Fikuri had a shot deflected and tipped over by Alex Schlager. Ali Olwan had a shot saved. Del Tamari a shot blocked as well as Jordan looked to get back into the game. It's half time at Levi Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0. And Austria dominated the first half. Aaron grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Rawabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fakuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fakuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fakuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fakuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fakuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fakuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fakuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fakuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fakuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fakuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half-time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fikuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fakuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al-Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead. It's half time at Levi's Stadium. It is Austria 1, Jordan 0, and Austria dominated the first half and grabbed a goal in 21 minutes. A right foot curler from Romano Schmidt with Xavi Schlager providing the assist. Jordan then fought back into it. Fakuri had a shot tipped over by Alex Schlager. Then we saw a header hit the crossbar from Noor Al-Roabdi after a corner. So Jordan had improved a lot, but it's Austria have the lead.
Right, back in the room. So there's been one change, and we're both delighted that Sasa Kaladzic has been taken off, and that Marko Arnautovic has come on, former Stoke striker. Brilliant player, but he getting a bit long in the tooth. Not that troubled Lionel Messi earlier this morning, did it, James? So I think we're both pleased to see him come on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's been a lot of talk of, you know, Lasseras for players. You got Modric, Messi, Ronaldo, but Arnautovic as well. Reminds me a bit of like an Njeko figure. Just has done so well for the country, and no matter the age, will continue to be a really reliable figure in that attack. And involved early on here. There's a bit of pinball inside the Jordan half. Austria have just got to calm it down overall. They don't want to. I've said the phrase a few times, but they don't want to get into a shooting match. Jordan have had threat all game. They've hit the crossbar. And they're coming forward again now. Again, Austria doing well, but it's a bit too swashbuckling for my liking from an Austrian perspective. They need to just get a bit more control over the game.
Yeah, absolutely. But for the moment, they need to get the ball back. They have given it away. And then the ball drilled in from the byline from Fakuri, straight into the hands of Alexander Schlager. Might have gone out, but anyway, he's got the ball in his hands to allow him to play off the deck, and he rolls it out to Leonard, and then he finds Seewald, able to turn back to Alaba, and then to Mwene. The Mainz man goes backwards. Alaba now takes a touch, tries to squeeze it forward, been blocked away by Fakuri, and again his throw-ins seem to be taking a lot longer. He's taking it from the wrong place just to buy himself some time, and then he eventually from the right place, he's not counted down, but he goes backwards anyway. Needs a bit of work, doesn't it, the throw-in thing. Long ball looking for Arnautovic, but although he puts his hands up and applauds it, it was overhit, not by much. If anybody could bring the ball down in those circumstances, it is Marko Arnautovic. As the ball then goes out off a Jordan boot out the far side. So at the Levi Stadium, a full crowd, I think, enjoying the game. It's been all right. I thought it took Jordan going a goal down to really enter into the spirit of it and start attacking and playing properly, and I think they did that though. And actually they would look at the first half and think, well, you know, we had multiple chances, and here they break forward again down the left hand side. Although, can he put the ball into the box? He has got to two in there. Well, Sabitzer was back, I think, defending there. But anyway, Arnautovic just makes sure that Al Arab has got to go around him the long way then. That puts him out of play, and it will be a throw that's taken quickly. Arnautovic instant control, and then back into the feet of Seewald as Austria back on the ball. Schlager to Leonard, and out to the right hand side for Posch. Back on the inside again to Schlager. Alaba, good play this by Austria. Mwene, and little heel from Sabitzer. It works out. It looks a bit clunky, but when he looked like he got round the back, but it ball rolled off his toe end and has gone out for a goal kick.
I just think just play simple. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he looks cool, you flick it through your legs, but it was a poor ball, really. That then meant Mawene had no support and was against two Jordan defenders. You trap that under your foot, wait for him to make the run, and then you can either turn or play the ball, but have the awareness and the time to do so. It's the third time now I think Sabitz has done that, and it looks a bit disorganised in my opinion.
Anyway, ball given away, and then Sabitzer can't find Arnautovic, and somehow he's won the ball back. A good ball to Schlager, then he runs into a challenge, and so the counter-attack again is on. They've got 3 against 4 now, and can they do anything with it? Chance for a strike, oh, and it's gone in! It's a super hit. I'm pretty sure it's Olwan. Again in that inside left position, able to run into space, and then a lovely right foot curler. They just stood off him and invited him to shoot, and shoot he did.
Yeah, it's terrible that from Austria. You know, they're on the attack again. It's sloppy. They've shown a total lack of respect, I think, to Jordan when they've been in the final third. You know, they've messed around with it. They've been sloppy. They've just sort of assumed they win the ball back, and I'm glad that goal's been scored because Jordan have deserved that. They've stuck in. It's a fantastic finish as well and off the post. But you watch that since this second half has started, Austria have been horrific, really. You know, they had a throw-in turnover for taking too long. They've given the ball away on numerous occasions. There, the ball, I think it was with Seiwald in his own half, and he just almost rolled it straight back to a Jordan defender. That's a fantastic finish, and Jordan deserved that.
I tell you what, that's as good as any of the Messi goals we've seen today.
Yeah.
My other thing that I was going to say about how Austria played is that they're a back 3, right? And they've been told to be really narrow. So I think really cleverly what Jordan have done is put their 2 attackers out wide to pick up a ball in the gap. So both Olwan and Tamari are falling out on either side and picked up free ball where the wing backs are. And all he's done is run with the ball then, step inside a little bit, but he's absolutely pinged the right foot shot. And they're good value for that. He took them going a goal down, didn't it? But they're well and truly in the game now at 1 apiece. Game on. Well, if we felt a little bit tired, and I'm all right, but certainly that game does pick you up a bit, doesn't it? And reminds you that it's sport. First half hour, Austria were going to go and win the game, and Jordan were offering nothing. It's amazing what a mindset they can do, and some savvy coaching. Whereas the coach of Algeria, it was a terrible effort today, wasn't it? But I felt here it's a completely different bargain with Jordan. Started off with the back 5, but Jamal Salami is set. It's like saying to them, look, if we go a goal down, this is what we do. We're going to change the formation. So they knew it. They changed to a back 3 with wing backs, and it was a definite change of shape. Like I said, keeping his attacking players out wide so they're not picked up by the narrow defensive 3 who just stand off them. Absolute genius. You know, it's really good coaching.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you said that when they lined up with the back 5 and then went a goal down, it doesn't really work if you're too defensive. They've gone the other way. They've committed players forward and they've looked such a threat. I think they deserved a goal in the first half. They had Austria's number really, and for all of Austria's supposed quality in the final third, we've not really seen any of it apart from the finish from Schmid. That's the only moment Austria have had in this game. I've not seen enough from Sabitzer, Lima. Klajic in the first half was woeful, and I just think they've not got to go in Austria, and I personally think it's down to a lack of respect shown to their opposition in this game. I think it's been a presumption that they'll get the chances and we'll go on and win it, but now they've been pegged back to 1-1. They've got to show some quality. Exactly,
and we'll see what they're about now, because I think in the first half Jordan in that back 5 were just allowing Austria to come on, and Austria's like, okay then. They dominated possession and territory. Now they're up against the midfield 5, you know, and the 2 strikers for Jordan have gone a little bit wider. So in a sense, you could make them 7 in the middle of the park. Very difficult to get round, but that's the job for Xavier Schlager, and then he finds his RB Leipzig teammate Seiwald, who I think has played quite well, he might just be getting a little bit overrun. They need to find Arnautovic. He's got magic about him, and here at Lima, good ball into the box, and then the cutback is poor, easily picked off by Al Rashdan. And again, they're looking for the man wide out. It's an early ball from him. Can he make it stick? Oh, not quite. They're an ace away from making a good break again there, you know. Ever so clever the way that they've gone about the game. Not so clever to start with, but I just think maybe they were just trying to keep the opposition quiet. Maybe in their own way showing too much respect to Austria, but I think for what we said, like the technical aspect as well, that the Jordanian players look like they've got a lot of talent about them. It was sort of half a joke and half not that I said I thought they'd be a really good five-a-side team, but because they've got skill. And here they go again. Al-Tamari now right hand side into the box he goes, but he runs into trouble. He comes back out with the ball and gets it back across. Maybe a chance for a striking shot, comes in blocked away. That was great play again by Ali Olwan. Both the attackers look like they've got a lot of quality about them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw the quality from Olwan with the goal, and honestly, Jordan looked more likely to go on and win this, and that's exactly what they're trying to do. Austria again won the ball back there. Sabitzer aimlessly flicks it onto no one. It's been a horrendous performance, second half especially, but really over the course of the game from Austria, who, I mean, it doesn't look like they've realised that they might lose this game. They're still playing with that same sort of, whether you want to call it composure or arrogance, I'm not sure, but they don't seem to be too harried with the fact that Jordan are really banging on the door at the moment and look like to score a second.
And here they go again. Olwan just the edge of the area, finds a good ball out, and Haddad puts the ball in. It nearly bounces up off Schlager. He gets down, the ball just bobbles up, and I think it's fair enough for Al-Tamari to have a little dab at that ball. What do you think, James?
Yeah, I mean, it bobbles out the hands, and he goes for a flick. In the end, he kicks Schlager in the head, but it's an accident, and he makes his apologies known. No harm, no foul. No, not literally, because it probably would have been a foul if the referee would have seen it.
And there would have been a bit of harm because he booted him in the head.
Yeah, it's a good point, so perhaps wrong on both ends there.
Yeah, alright. Anyway, that's popping that one up. Do you know what? So, Jordan have changed their tactics, and all of a sudden Austria under the cosh. But of course, all Austria need to do is go to a back four, and then it's like they negate everything that Jordan are doing. So that's the thing, like, you can't keep changing your system back up to this and that, but I think sometimes you have got to react to what the opposition are doing. There are some coaches who just think, firstly, we'll nullify them, and then we'll work out what we need to do. Usually by nullifying the team, you get your own go forward back on track. Anyway, here come Austria, a ball out to Mawani. Can't do anything with it.
Out of ideas, I think Austria at the minute. They're playing these long balls, and there's nothing really. There's no fluidity. There's no patterns of play in the final third.
Well, here we go. They must be listening, because it does look like they're about to make a double change. So I think it's got to be a change of formation here. I just don't think that Austria can just change out what they're doing and bring fresh players on. I think that's going to work. Sometimes they say that, don't we? We're still doing plan A, we just need to do it better. We do what we did the first half, but they're up against a different formation now. So we'll see where we get on with that. When they make those changes, whether they're tactical or not, they're still sorting all that out. As attempted heel from Arnautovic didn't work out. Schlager had gone down. Al-Olwan picks the ball up. This time it's an errant pass from him, but it does end up with the Al-Tamari edge of the box, and again an opportunity. His touch there is poor. Arnautovic takes it off him, and then he's caught from behind, and that will be a free kick. And now we're going to get the subs as well. So a lot to unpick. Carney Chukwuemeka, in fact, it's a triple change. So there's plenty going on. Kevin Danso, the Tottenham Hotspur player, coming on as well. So it's going to take a while working out. Alaba's going off. Xavier Schlager, I didn't see the other player going off, was Mawani.
bringing on Danso, Chukwuemeka and Vanna. Your guess is as good as mine how they stack up now, but we should be able to work it out, or not. But anyway, I'm not entirely certain, really. Paul Vanna can play as a winger. I think they just. I think they're stiffening up wing backs and playing Lehmann somewhere slightly different. So I don't actually think they've changed formation really.
Yeah, I think Chukwuemeka, of course, recently declared his allegiance to Austria to make the World Cup squad, because I think he wisened up to the fact that he wasn't getting in the Germany nor English side. But he's a creative spark that they could use in midfield. Austria, ball out to the left hand side now for Sammy Sk, gets the cross across, and Arnautovic there flicks over the top, then a strike coming in from Posh and it's over the bar. Almost an hour gone now, but yeah, I mean, Kevin Danso, a light flow change with David Alaba, I'm not really sure the point in that. I think Alaba's a more technical player, certainly can play a midfield role. I mean, I would prefer personally for someone like Seiwell to come off, move Alaba into that defensive midfield role, I think as a sweeper, the technical maestro, and then maybe put Danso at centre half. But what do I think?
I'm not sure. I think maybe again, David Alaba had been a great player in his career, absolutely great, but he looks a bit like he's at the fag end of his career. We saw Messi brilliant today, but I've seen Alaba be a wonderful player, and he's not that anymore. So maybe that's just his quality's not quite there. Anyway, interesting changes. Chukwuemeka, I think, is a good player. He looks like the penny's about to drop with him. Oh, that's possibly the worst free kick I've seen in the tournament so far. I do like Altamari, but he rolled the ball looking for Eshan Haddad, he's the captain, and all he did was roll it behind him and put it straight out.
Yeah, not a great one. That's not off the training ground really, maybe off the car park.
No, I don't know where that's off, but not out of any coaching manual. Here come Austria. This game really now so difficult to predict. I wouldn't know where you want to put your money. I felt first 10 minutes we were saying definitely Austria, and then when they did score that goal, that just allowed Jordan to say, right, no point being five at the back, it's not doing us any good. And all of a sudden they got a lot more positive. They got their wing backs forward, they put their two strikers out wide where there were big gaps, and that allowed them to get a goal back. Here Chukwuemeka absolutely bundled over in the box. I think the Jordanian defender just timed it right to Al Nadi, and just unwitting there, Chukwuemeka coming off second best, so no case to answer. Zalawan again picks the ball up, he's looking for a through ball, he played it slightly in behind the Fakuri. There's a quick throw taken, and Arnautovic now controls the ball.
I mean, sorry, the Jordanian player just jumped up and blocked with his hands there. How can that not be a yellow card?
It's a good point. Anyway, here again, Arnautovic, lovely touch from him. And then the ball needed to come back straight away, didn't it? And instead, Kani Chukwuemeka wanted 5 touches when it should have been 1. When you see good players like Arnautovic, you're thinking, well, you've got to feed off that. As Konrad Laimer puts the ball in, keeper comes for it, doesn't get there, and the ball, well, still in play. Our referee kept on going there. Keeper's gone down claiming this, that and the other, and the referee's not having any of it. So I think he's saying, well, nothing happened to you and you're just playing the old soldier. Now, he's either right or he's wrong, the referee. That's an awful lot of play acting if he didn't get caught.
Oh, there's nothing in that at all.
But then, Chukwuemeka had a chance there, but his route to goal was blocked. Let's just see, did he really catch anything? And a hand came across from Arnautovic, but the keeper's really overdoing it. Abu Laila, and then checking his jaw. Really?
It's too early in the morning for that.
Oh no. Anyway, Arnautovic definitely sort of just left his hand there just to try and put him off, I think. Certainly not to injure him. I can't imagine there's anything really wrong with him. So it is Austria 1, Jordan 1. Closing in on the hydration break, but we're all getting a bit hot under the collar. I think the game's it's not of a great quality now, but it's really interesting, and I don't think anybody's on top, and the game's swinging end to end. So it's a weirdly dissatisfying game to watch for quality, but really interesting and excited because either one of these teams is going to maybe win this game. Could be a draw, but we really don't know, and it'd take a better man than me to guess where the game's going right now. Again, I'm trying to work out how the keeper got injured there. I really don't know.
We have seen sort of 2 games of drastic difference, haven't we? You know, Argentina-Algeria was a fairly dull game with a lot of quality from one player in particular. This game is sort of on a knife edge, but there's no quality, especially from Austria, anywhere to be seen, really. You need a player to take it by the scruff of the neck, and that hasn't happened so far. So we'll have to see. Again, Sabitzer just flicked through his legs. Honestly, I'm going to lose my head if he does that one more time. It's the 4th time now he's tried that, and he's not been successful once. Chukwuemeka now on the ball. He's lost it, and Jordan come forward.
Yeah, they do, but the cover comes across because Altamari again was just ready to make that break. Flag had gone up, but there Leonard had got back. Yeah, he might have been tight that with Altamari, but I guess he probably was just off. Anyway, Austria 1, Jordan 1. Schmidt scored in 21 minutes. Ali Ulwan, an equaliser with a lovely strike on the 50-minute mark. All his own work, really. Picked it up left-hand side, inside left position, and then he just allowed to get his shot away. Here now, where Sabitzer chops the ball back on his inside. It's not the worst thing he's done, but it wasn't great either. The Borussia Dortmund man. Yeah, trying bits and pieces, not everything's come off. In fact, mostly it hasn't. Anyway, now with Lima, the ball with Sabitzer. I'm surprised he didn't backheel it, but he gets the ball away to Danso.
Just does. It's on his right foot here, and they've got people in the box. Just put a ball in the area.
And he does, and it's a poor one.
Never mind.
A poor one. But anyway, it did get sliced away, so he has helped his team with the corner. Abdallah Nassib, we haven't seen much of him. We won't see much more slicing the ball away like that. But it is a corner kick, and they've got some big guys to aim at. Leonard, Arnautovic very good in the air. Seevold in there as well. So plenty of targets as the ball comes in. Keeper comes out. Terrible punch from him. A real opportunity. The ball's drilled in. And it is Arnautovic, I think, who rolls away. Johnny on the spot reacted to that. Well, what was the keeper doing there? Abu Laila with a really weak slap. And he's cost his team a goal.
Well, there's no play acting here for the goalkeeper. There's no one near him in the vicinity to try and feign injury as he did moments ago. It's a complete howler from him. Just comes for the ball, misses it. Jordan are incensed. I don't know what they could be asking. They're asking for VAR. There's nothing at all they're ever going to get from that, I'm afraid. Maybe they're asking for a handball. There's no foul on the goalkeeper.
All I can see is 2 possible fouls from Jordanian defenders. Keeper comes out, slaps it, and Arnautovic turns on a sixpence and
great finish,
and just dabs it in right-footed.
Really good number 9 play there from Austria's number 7, 37 years of age. Well, we've seen a performance from some veterans this evening, and yeah, Lionel Messi, Marko Arnautovic, and John Hogan.
Yeah, that's it. All 3 of us. The old stages, getting it done. Well, that's what you bring Arnautovic on for. I can't imagine there's anything for VAR to check. They are checking the goal.
What are they checking? I don't understand.
I don't know. The only thing that we haven't considered is offsides, because there was not a foul in it.
There can't be not.
Anyway,
Hand?
No, the
It
ball,
doesn't hit his hand.
ball rolled up the body. It didn't hit anybody's hand, did it? It came up the body of Posh. It didn't hit his arm, did it?
If they give that, I'm going home.
Well, he wasn't the goal scorer anyway, so it didn't really matter. If it unwittingly hits Posh's hand, it doesn't matter because Arnautovic scored, and it didn't hit his hand, did it? So it cannot be anything, can it? Honestly, if this one's ruled out, I'm going home. If this is ruled out, I'm not having it. It looks like Arnautovic. Well, he moans at the best of times, so it'd be difficult to know whether he is delighted or disappointed.
I mean, to be fair, I'm just glad they're taking a really long time to come to a decision, because that's just what we want. After
Well,
they're both. He's checking the monitor. What?
For what? Honestly,
I don't understand. He might brush his arm, but he's not scored the goal. It's unintentional. It's almost off his armpit.
And whose arm did it come off? It didn't come off Arnautovic's arm, did it? And if it unwittingly hit Posh's arm, then.
Oh well, of course, when you pause it like that, it's going to look a bit dodgy. Put it in real time.
So it hits him on the midriff, and then you cannot tell from that angle whether it hit his bicep or not. And even then, it's the blurriest replay of all time. So I think it hits his arm, right? But it's unwitting, and then Arnautovic is able to turn on it. Are they then determining that because his bicep flicked the ball to him, is he saying he deliberately did? I think the ball rolls up his body, and if it creases off his arm, he's not the goal scorer, but he's going to chalk this off, isn't he? He's going to chalk this off, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, that's just. Oh well. Where's the hydration break?
I need gin and tonic. Anyway,
goal disallowed.
The Jordan fans are celebrating, and we've had the one no goal handball. Oh dear. Well, I don't know about the rules anymore, the interpretation of them, but I felt that if it hit another part of his body, then his arm, as long as he's not the goal scorer, then that doesn't matter. But clearly, I'm wrong.
I mean, I don't understand, because there's no. Oh, here's the hydration break. There's no evidence there that it is definitively 100% his arm, intentionally or otherwise. They've used a camera angle from behind him, where you can't see whether there's contact with the arm on the ball. The camera angle they've got front facing is so blurry you also can't make it out. I mean, I just don't understand. And that's what's still going on. He's going to get himself booked in a minute. Just take your Gatorade. So 1-1 between Austria and Jordan. I'll take over now to see us through to full time after the hydration break ends. So Arnautovic's goal is chalked off. Austria thought they'd climbed back in front, but still have more work to do.
We've just seen a change, by the way. Salim Obeid has come on for Mohamed Abul Al-Nadi. So it's just a like-for-like change. It's a shame for Arnautovic, isn't it? I mean, I wouldn't. They didn't necessarily deserve it. A big mistake by the goalkeeper, and they're just unfortunate, really, aren't they? That they didn't get the goal. I mean, a different VAR team would have looked at that and thought, no, it's all right. I'm pretty sure. But then you have to drill into the letter of the law. I don't know the rule book back to front of you to know what they look at anymore. But there we go. It's one apiece. It's all to play for. We said we didn't know where this game was going, and we still don't.
No. I've seen a replay of that fantastic goal from Marwan. And frustrated faces of the Austrians at the moment. Seeing the replay of the disallowed goal again.
Almost as well. It like just hits him on the forearm, doesn't it?
It's not. It doesn't change the trajectory of the ball, which is what I struggle to understand.
I think it slightly brings the ball back into Arnautovic. So I don't know. Maybe there was something there, and maybe it's all in the details of the rule. But it just seems very harsh, doesn't it? When the ball's hit his body first, to then, so it's like an unwitting thing. You don't think, I'll just let it roll up my chest and then flick it with my bicep or lower arm. But anyway, it is what it is. Arnautovic trying to rally his troops there.
It's a very long hydration break. Over 4 minutes now, just in case anyone's keeping count. So Austria 1, Jordan 1. Austria took the lead in the first half early on. A fantastic goal from Schmid, who's basically been invisible since finding the top corner with a right-footed effort from outside the box. Austria then, since the goal, just fourth of the gas really, and allowed Jordan back into it. Jordan probably should have scored before half-time. A header flicked on the front post following a short corner routine. They're down by the woodwork, and then they did score a fantastic goal from Olwan, right-footed, curling peach in off the post. Jordan have had the better of it, I'd argue. Austria with the goal disallowed a few moments ago. Whether it was a handball or not is contentious, we shall say. With 50 minutes left to go, it is still anyone's game.
I think Jordan might just have gone to back four as well, with Salim Obeid on for Mohamed Dabel Al Nadi. I think he's a centre back and Obeid's a left back. That might mean that Abu Taha looks good going forward. He's get more licence to go forward, and maybe Ali Olwan has been hanging out left, will play more central. But I suspect that's it. That it's a little last throw of the dice at trying to get forward that little bit more. But here now come Chukwuemeka and Austria.
Indeed, ball trying to thread through just a bit, so we'll go out for a corner kick. So a chance now, it's like deja vu, isn't it? It's a bit so he goes over to take. Is he going to go short? No, he's not.
They've got in a fight, there's no point going short, is there? And they've got one of the centre-backs just gone off for a left-back on, so they should be even better off, shouldn't they?
Exactly. Posh is such a massive figure as well. They can find him, just not his arm. Ball comes in, header, goal! This time it counts. It's Arnautovic again. Would you believe it? I mean, what was all the point in that then? The big contentious VAR decision. They get the next corner.
Listen, they're going to chalk it off.
Oh, no, don't say that. Don't say that.
No,
I'm pretty sure this one will stand.
Yeah, that was as clean as a whistle.
Great flick on header as well from Sammy Sk.
Yeah, and now there's all sorts of consternation and pushing and shoving going on. Don't know what that's about.
Will the referee get his cards out?
He ain't got any, so he can't. Oh, he has. Oh, look, there is one. He's got a card. But it is Austria who've struck, and it is Marko Arnautovic. And again, I told you he was good in the air. But we'll take another look at the goal. And he just reads that little deflection onto him. In fact, does it come off? It might have come off Yazan Al Arab. Is this an own goal? I think it is. So he won't get it. He caused loads of bother in the air, but I think that's an OG. So we'll have to wait and see about that, but I'm pretty sure it came off the FC Seoul player's head. Trying to defend off the back of his head. And yeah, they've given that as an own goal. But we talked about the height. And also a good couple of deliveries. If Sabitzer hasn't been great today, and you can't argue that, we've picked up a yellow card, Sabitzer, but he actually has delivered a good couple of balls in the box from the corner kicks.
Yeah, he has. The last two there, both ended up in the back of the net. Only one of them counting. Have been really good. Just getting a bit fiery now. I think 13 minutes left to go, 12 minutes even. Jordan with a long throw in. The referee's not counting this time. I don't understand that rule when the consistency applies and when it doesn't. But it will be taken backwards into Dad. Gets it back the captain. Feeds one across. Danso, good defending from the Spurs man. Comes across, uses his boy to shield away from Tamari. Goes into the welcoming gloves of Schlager. Now into Danso again. Inside it goes towards Seiwald. And to be fair to Austria, I think since the 65th minute, the mark, they have sort of stepped it up into another gear. Still not been too impressed with them, I have to say. Here's Chukwuemeka driving forward. Chance for an effort from Schmid maybe. Drops it inside instead. Just moving through the gears of Austria with Vanna even. Now with again it's Seivold. Danso. Touch out. Tries to drive forward a little bit. Feeds one through the gap. And he'll fall 2 on Altovic, who's been beaten to it. Chukwuemeka battling. Back with Vanna. Now Danso is playing as a number 10 at the moment. Into the feet of Seivold. Now to Danso. Into Vanna again. Seivold to Danso. Austria just keeping the ball and making it look pretty easy at the moment. Lima, Sabitzer flicks it on again. Seivold this time will get there. And drags one across, and Altovic is there. Playing really wide, aren't they? Savitzer and Schmid now, as a contrast to how they sort of started the game. A little bit narrower, almost a diamond. Now it's with Seivold, and Altovic knocks it in there for Sabitzer now. He's offside. Not a great game, has he, Sabitzer?
No, playing not particularly good, but like I said, takes a good corner kick, takes a bit more than that. You can look down the line there, there's no need for him to be ahead of play. I think they've done better second half with Lima playing in a more natural position for him. I think they're asking way too much. Like a player's got an injury there, Abdullah Nasib, back to make a couple of changes more again now. Jordan, and it looks like the number 3 is going to be one of them. So he looks like he's going to trudge off, and Said Al Rosan likely to take his place. That's one of them at least. So we're waiting for the board to go up for the other change. And it's number 13 is going to come on. It's like Fakuri's getting ready. So Mohamed El Mahdi, who is a winger. So I think it's like for like that. In fact, it's Eshan Haddad who's gone off. So again, a fullback if you like for a winger. So Jordan really try to press the button here and see what they can do. But it's sort of desperate stuff, and the more they try and be positive, I think the more sort of ground or ball they're conceding to Austria. But they put a ball into the box here. Keeper eventually will come and grab it, and he'll just bide his time. The play gone down holding his head, but I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with Leonard. And I think again our referee is probably thinking, yeah, don't play the old soldier going down, try to buy time. And he just wants them to get on with it, which they've done now, in fairness to them. And the ball rolls out. It will be an Austria throw.
It will indeed, and another change to be made now by Austria. I believe that's Wimmer coming on. So we've got a Vanna and a Wimmer. Indeed we do. It's going to be Schmid to come off, the goal scorer.
That's about all he has done. But
yeah, to be honest, I forgot he was still on the pitch up until now. But with 8 minutes left to go, Wimmer is only able to score 1 goal for Austria. The forward plays at Wolfsburg, if I'm not mistaken, and is an adequate forward for his country. 30 appearances, I think, for the national team. Just the 1 goal. It'll be quite nice for him to get another, just to secure all 3 points. We've seen plenty of upsets so far in this World Cup. My mind is wandering to another sort of chilly European nation of Switzerland, bottling their 1 goal lead against Qatar late on. Looks like it could well be a similar situation.
Thing is, Switzerland were so much the better team in that game. They absolutely fell asleep, thinking that they won it, and they had loads of opportunities to make it to 2, 3, and 4 or whatever.
all into box there, not bad, and that was half a chance. And again, Altamari picked up a good position in the box there. But again, Jordan win the ball back. Game swinging end to end. I think it's been an alright game of football. Maybe the quality just lacking a little bit, but no shortage of endeavour and lots of tactical wrinkles from particularly the Jordanian manager. I think he's shown that he can think on his feet, and that if there is a problem, that he understands it. So I think he's proven that he's a good manager, Jamal Salami, but it might be in defeat.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been very versatile, changing things throughout the game. I think maybe just one tinker too many, and moving to that back four. I mean, it was a set piece, so maybe you can't really account for that. But even so, I think his side have deserved a point, and they've unfortunately, it looks like at the moment they're not going to get one, and that could all change as Lazar is brought down by Chukwuemeka.
I think, as Mike Tyson said, everyone's got a plan to punch him in the face. We saw Algeria getting punched in the face and not doing anything, and just getting repeatedly punched. And but here, Jordan got that sucker punch early doors with the Austria opening goal, and then responded to it, didn't they? Right, okay, we're not going to do what we did. We're going to change. And they changed for the better and got back into the game. But and then it was anybody's, and unfortunately for them, an own goal maybe is going to cost them.
They aren't lying down just yet. It's the ball with the goal scorer all one. There's a couple of 1-2s, just trying to work that ball into the area, but they don't have a clear route. So it's back now with Al Arab, the scorer of the own goal.
The plan they had earlier when they were breaking out wide was much easier, wasn't it? When Austria were in this really defined back three, but now it does look like Austria have changed their shape, and all of a sudden they're not allowing any free ground. It's a different game now, and Jordan can't make easy breaks. Everything is hard. Everything is like having to pass through the middle now and be fought for. They had free ground, didn't they? Because we could see Austria try to get on the front foot before. It's funny, the game ebbs and turns on things like that, the tactics, and both managers just like counter-punching, changing things, and changing the different players and what they want out of the game and how they, where they want to play, has made the game really different. I also think definitely Konrad Laimer playing in a different position. He was playing too far forward, I think, before. Too much onus on him to do something. But he's not a number 10, is he? And he didn't look like one either. Who was in collision in the middle of the park there. Two players run into each other. And that clearly has knocked them both senseless, hasn't it?
Yeah, not looking good. I think it's Posh that's gone down for Austria. And is that Fikori? Yeah, it's I think Posh has got over one of it there. He's thrown a shoulder into the face of the Jordan man, and I didn't see much contact in Posh's actual face, but he seems to be in a lot of discomfort. It looks as though Samari's going to come off. He needs to be replaced by the number 24, Al Azaya, and then on comes off also. It's going to be Fikori, so it's Altamari and Fikori to come off, and they're going to be replaced by Ali Al Azaya. I'm just waiting to see who the other change is going to be. So just a couple of minutes to go, normal time in this one. Austria 2, Jordan 1.
Yep, Ali Azaiza, he 22-year-old, plays for Al Shabab. They're really taking their own sweet time about the other change that they haven't informed us about. Fakuri just took that little bit of a block, but Al Daoud is the man who's come on. So I think that's pretty much it for the changes, isn't it? So Mohamed Al Daoud is a midfielder by trade now, a youngster at 33, but just fresh legs in the middle of the park.
So Jordan now with about a minute of normal time to grab an equaliser, just the additional that we'll get as well. There have been a few stoppages in this game, of course the lengthy VAR check as well. Probably looking at about 7 minutes, I reckon, all in all, with this recent knock to a couple of players as well. The collision back underway now. The ball back with Linehart, knocked down to Chukwuemeka. 1-2 played, that's nice. It's with Wimmer now. Got pace for days, but he's trying to get around his men, just couldn't. Taha sticks out a leg. Austria have a throw in. Posh now seemingly okay to continue. Goes short with it. Flicks one down the line with a 1-2. Arnautovic prods it up. Not a great ball, but it'll fall to Chukwuemeka. Stand challenge comes in. Then another one from Wimmer. Jordan clear from the left inside their own half. Ball now with Al Rashdan, played over the top. Cut out though nicely in the end there by Lima, who's got more defensive covering to do because he's going to come right back at him. Good challenge comes in there. A measured one, that is from Danso. After just though Al-Azaya was going to perhaps make a breakthrough. Still, Austria struggling to kind of make the decisive passes. They've not really been too good at stringing 4 passes together in a row. It's like they play out and then all of a sudden it gets a little bit cagey, a bit scrappy. And I don't think this is the polished outfit by any means from Ralph Rangnick, but it needs to be better, I think, if they're going to want to progress against tougher opposition.
Yeah, well, I think that's the case, but you know what, they're 10 minutes on the board. Yeah, James needed that like he needed a hole in the head, but anyway, here come Austria trying to work it down their right hand side, can't quite manage that. Yeah, they don't look polished. I've been disappointed by Chukwuemeka since he's come on. He's not making anything stick at all. Arnautovic has reminded me of the quality he's got in little bits and pieces of touches, but whether he can get around the park as much as he would like. Wimmer has got a bit of pace about him. We haven't seen Vanna much on the ball. There he is, getting a touch. He more holding midfielder. Now Chukwuemeka, a chance to run now. He's got the field in front of him. What can he do?
Trying to drive forward and feeding Arnautovic, but it's cleared away. Hacked away even. Picked up though by Danso, who played 1 minute of the 10 added on. Hooray. Ball now inside. Terrible bit of break for Arnautovic. Can he finish his dinner? No, good save in the end there from Jordan's goalkeeper, Abdullahi. Not the best of games between the sticks, but he did well there. Arnautovic probably should have scored though.
I think his left foot drive, you know, he thought he'd scored right footed earlier. That left foot drive, I think he's looking to put it low, either to his shin or between his legs perhaps. But not low enough that the keeper couldn't get down and get a hand to it. Abu Laila, and who doesn't look that strong of a goalkeeper, does he, to be honest with you, but he's still not the worst we've seen today. Followed it very much with Zidane. Anyway, still got 8 minutes left of this game. Still an opportunity, isn't it? And you know, you keep thinking, oh, with the fag end, lots of players have absolutely tanked now. So we've got loads of subs on who look fine, and then it's surprising players like Posh. I mean, he covered a lot of ground. Really tired challenge from him just there. And there's still a point for Jordan if they get this right. They've got a free kick now.
Yeah, they do. Chance for delivery. A right-footed in-swinging ball. It looks like it's going to be from Al-Mahdi. The lines have been drawn with a shaving foam. It's near post. No one in white. Anyway, really near that. Picked up though at the back stick from Al-Azaya. Good turn from him. He's going to have a shot. He is. He drags it just wide. And once the goalkeeper looked concerned there, Schlager. I think he always had that one well covered.
Yeah, Aziza, then it was a good first touch from him, and it sets him up for a strike. It's a long way away though. He's hit it well enough there, but you've got to be on target. We take another look at that goal. Flicking off the back of Yazan Al-Arab said. He didn't know much about it, did he really? Just putting himself in the mix. Ooh, very nearly another own goal there. As Al-Rawabdi fires a ball back at the feet of Abdullah Laila, and nearly ended up the back of his net.
Yeah, it did. A lucky escape there, in fact, for Jordan. It's a horror touch, and just playing for a second, but the corner it will be to Austria. Sabitzer, so we've mentioned, he's not been great, but his dead balls have been pretty good. Good delivery here, could seal the 3 points for Austria. Just same again, really, from the last two. One arm raised, right foot in, swinging ball. It's high, it's this time cleared away. And that's ambitious, to say the least, there from Vanna. In fact, it's Sabitzer on the rebound over the bar and wide. Jordan with 6 minutes to try to find a goal. Played for the Tenerife. It's back now with Abdelilah. Now inside it goes. Long ball over the top, searching, brought down well there by Olwan. But it's Olwan rather, but it's cut out easily by Wimmer, who then gives it away. Olwan now on the ball, gives it away. Chukwuemeka on the ball, finds his man. It's Wimmer who gives it away. Tackle comes in from Al Rabda. Plays out from the back there, a little flick in behind. Nice 1-2, give and go. Good play there from Jordan, who have kept hold of it. And then they give it away. In fact, the referee's going to bring it back. Measure for handball there. Jordan take quickly either way. It's held up momentarily. Alaziza goes down, the referee shakes his head. No free kick to be given. In fact, it was Amadi to go down in a heap under a challenge from Seivold. Jordan with the throw in. 5 to go. Back now it is with Al Arab. Now into the feet of Taha. Lofted ball on the line. Heads go up. And flicked away by Vanna. Sabitzer heads the ball down. It's a foot race. Can he get there? Looks like he might just lose out. In fact, he does. It's Taha who gets back. He's been slapping the back from his bench there, Sabitzer, as he was going to try to keep the ball in play. Not sure he needs any more G'ing up. Seeing what you got booked for there, just antagonising the Jordan defence. Donatovic tried to keep the ball in the corner flag, doesn't. Jordan can go over with it. I mean, that seems a bit silly, so there's still 4 minutes left to go. Jordan coming forward now. The ball with Taha. Austria still making sure they're pressing high, not allowing Jordan to just be able to waltz forward into their half. Al Arab on the ball. Raking ball over the top. Something for Posh to think about. He watches it over his head and out for a throw-in. Again, this throw is interesting with the new rule because once the throw is in their own half, they still have to take it quickly, and they do. Good turn there from Wimmer. Is he going to play it early? He is. Should have taken it on the line there, shouldn't he, really?
They look deadly average, don't they, Austria? I've been disappointed with him. I wasn't expecting anything necessarily, but I was hoping that they were a good team. I suspected that they would be too good for Jordan, but I think maybe Jordan have surprised me. They've obviously worked hard, and the two frontmen had got a bit of skill. Maybe they needed a bit more luck because, of course, they'd hit the crossbar in the first half and had one effort that was tipped over by Alexander Schlager. So, they played relatively well, but just seemingly not enough to, at the moment, to get them a point. As again, Austria just mop up. I don't know who the man of the match would be. I think Seivold has done as well as anybody in midfield, but it would be a hard one to pick because there's nobody really being outstanding for either of the two teams.
Yeah, Lyman now on his bike after Sabitzer flicked it over to him. Sabitzer now driving forward. Down the left hand side, he's been really wide in this game. Just one over the top, good ball looking for Arnautovic, who was coiled like a cobra. But in the end, Jordan were able to get first contact via Al Arab. Now it falls backwards to Vanna, all the way back now into Leinhardt. Over towards Posh on the right. Not football in the Serie A. As Stefan Posh now on loan at Mainz in the Bundesliga. Just going to fall back to him. Now back to Leinhardt, a minute and a half to go. Now to Schlager. dinks one over the head of Olvan. Sets Lima away. He's playing more of a left back now. It's a great ball, it seems to be at least, from Sammy Sk. Finds Arnautovic, plays a 1-2 with Chukwuemeka, now leaves it off, and back to Arnautovic, drifts it across. Oh, it's wide of the mark. And a corner kick to come. Right at the death.
Yeah, good defending by Obeid there in the end. Great play again by Arnautovic. So cool and calm, isn't he, in the box? He's got a lovely touch about him, and like I said, just playing a little bit of one-touch football. There's nothing you can do about that. It's like I don't know what. Everybody seems to have that much ego about them nowadays. Everybody wants 3 or 4 touches, but good players know where, just when to prod it straight back, and just a one-touch move. It takes players out. And he grabbed him that chance. Whether this corner kick goes in or not, there's not enough time now really for Jordan to hit back. There's only 30 seconds left of the game, so this could very much be the last action, this corner kick. Don't know what the referee's doing now. There's a VAR check, a possible penalty. I don't know what that was for. We needed that, we needed to hold the head, didn't we? But anyway, look at Arnautovic's shot.
Oh, just give it.
It hit the elbow, and probably was going in, wasn't it? He's been asked to take a look. Anyway, just had a bit more time. What time did you get up yesterday morning?
7 a.m.
7 a.m.
It's now 7:05.
Yeah, you've done a good stint.
Yeah, it's bad.
You can sleep soon, not just yet. 5 minutes to work this out. Well, it's a clear-cut penalty then. His hand seems to make a movement towards the ball when you're looking at it again. I think he thinks it's going in, and then he's sliding, but then his hand goes up. Yeah. I think you've got to give it.
Yeah, clear-cut that one. He's watched it 5 times now. I'm not sure how many more times he needs to watch it to come to the conclusion that I think everyone will come to, which is that he's just slapped that one over the crossbar. I'm not really sure what else to say about that one. That is really, really blatant and evident handball. It's Salim Obeid.
He might as well punched it.
Yeah.
The more we look at it, the more clear it looks. And it's like a definite movement of his arm. It's not just it doesn't just happen to be there. It's like he's flicked it. It's like a save, isn't it? It's not quite Suarez, but it's a definite penalty, and we're pretty sure that the referee's going to give it, and he does. Way. So there we go. Handball. Salim Obeid. I mean, Arnautovic is probably going to score at that point, but now he's got a chance to score from the penalty spot. We thought he'd got one earlier, and then we thought he'd got a header, and now we've definitely got a penalty. But is he going to score it? The last action of the game.
It will indeed. This to all but secure all 3 points for Austria. He's taken his last 5 for Austria, missed 2. He's got a diverse aim. This one he buries though, bottom left corner, and that will be that. Marko Arnautovic does get his goal for Austria. The captain, who came on at half time, had the ball in the net 3 times, twice denied. This time it will count. And after 102 minutes of this game, it will finish Austria 3, Jordan 1.
That must have been one of the latest goals we've ever seen in the World Cup. There hasn't been an extra time. Anyway, you'll get too many over the 100-minute mark. 90 plus 12.
Good pen. Hit it well.
Yeah, he did. It helped that the keeper dived out of the way of it, didn't it? But anyway, he's looked good since he's come on Arnautovic, hasn't he? I think he's reminded us that he's got vision about him. He's got good control of the ball, and he's a cut above. He's so much better than Kaladzic, who was there before him. And if he was, 4 years younger, you'd think he'd be definitely starting next time. Anyway, looks like the referee's called it. There we go. We can all go home now. And so the final scoreline at the Levi Stadium: Austria 3, Jordan 1. Thanks for joining.
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying